High tech cell phone stand tape. All right, well, thank you so much for tuning in and for noticing that I changed the time of the presentation. As I explained in the video, I had everything mixed up. So we're going to start in a few minutes. Let some other people tune in. It's raining here, so I'm inside. I just know that they said the eclipse starts, the shadow starts at 9:30, and then the actual eclipse starts at 10:30, and it climaxes at 11:11. One place said 11:11, one place said 11:14. 11:11 sounds cool, so sounds cooler with my shirt. Uja. Are you still in Cali? No, I'm in Chicago. I moved here 4 years ago. I've been here 4 years. I sure miss it. Yep, I miss California. Hope to visit it soon. Is that the real wise Nubian? Mm-hmm. Peach the pirate. I agree. What did Peach the pirate say? I love the room you're in. It's so relaxing. Oh, thank you. It's my plants and some beautiful wall hanging, and then the lights. I have some cool LED lights. I just saw this quote that was pretty cool. It said, "A glow stick has to be broken before." Oh, wow. Okay, well then I must be glowing a lot because someone has the flu. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. My favorite remedy would be fresh lime juice, 1 part lime juice, 1 part raw honey, 4 parts purified water, let it simmer, and then freshly grated ginger to cover the surface of the pan. That's what I would recommend. Still with my old man. No, we've been divorced for, I guess 13 years. Yeah. Yeah. I'm still doing music though. Yes, indeed. Still doing music. Okay. All right. Well, it looks like enough people saw the announcement that I'd be starting early, so we're going to go ahead and start. If you're on YouTube, live or the replay, I did get information on why the connection has been so bad, and I will be working on it this week, or this strength. Getting in the habit of saying strength instead of week. Like there's some comments. Hey. I forgot you. Well, I don't recognize the name, the real wise Nubian. I'd have to know your name. So, the real wise Nubian. I don't know who that would be. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start. I'm going to start with some sage. I'm just going to take my time tonight. No time limit. If I fall asleep in front of the camera, I'll just wake up in front of the camera. So here's some sage I'm burning. Or the tuning, the tools, the chimes, space, cameras, and microphones. Oops. And my beautiful bowl. 2. And a little bit for myself. Oops. There, I'm looking for it on my lap. Okay. It was in my lap. I knew an ash had fallen. I didn't know it was in my lap. Okay. All right. And the next thing we do is we open up our sessions with this beautiful crystal bowl, which is tuned to the root chakra. I said to the note of G. And when we're opening things up, we go counterclockwise. I'm just going to ohm. You can ohm along with me. Ohm people consider to be from the Hindu culture, but you can actually find the hieroglyph Om and the Laden papyrus. It is the name that we cannot say or we do not know the name of the divine teacher of African fighting arts. So we're here tonight in honor of the super flower blood full moon, which is a full moon in sidereal Libra, and the eclipse, the shadow is moving in at 9:30 Central Time, so it's begun. And then at 10:30 Central Time, it'll be dark until I think 11 is the peak darkness. And then wow, someone's feet are tingling from the singing bowl. That's a good sign, getting activated. And so then it'll be completely covered until, let me see, I'm getting all the time zones mixed up. So let me just get it straight here. I did post it earlier. I've gotten it. It's Mercury retrograde. That's my excuse. All right. So starts at 10:30, and it is so many words. Starts at 10:30, and then at 11:11 is the peak. I guess at 11:11 is the peak, and then 12:54 or 11:54. That's what I'm trying to find out. It ends. So I'm just not seeing it right now. Okay, I don't see it. I'm gonna look one more time. I'm gonna have to move on. Not there, not there. Nope. Nope, I missed it. Okay, well, anyway, I don't think I'm gonna be up that late anyway. All right, so tonight, let me move the camera back. We have the chimes for this event. Brought my crystals out. Wow. I don't see them. I'm really having challenges today. I'm meeting them with a smile. Okay. Wow, for some reason, I don't think you can see them. Okay. Well, let me show them to TikTok. I have these chimes here. Each one is tuned to a different planet. So I have the ones for the full moon, Oh, they're up too high. That's what it is. The full moon and Venus, because the moon is in sidereal Libra. And then I also have the one for Mercury, because Mercury is retrograde right now. And Mercury is retrograde in sidereal Taurus, and the full moon is retrograde in sidereal Libra. And both Taurus and Libra are ruled by Venus. So I thought that was some sort of synchronicity. So I've included those in this transmission. Let me see some of them. And then I've also been instructed to include the tone for Anpu, the opener of the way, when doing this work, because you want to remove all obstacles to your success. So I thought it would be fun for those of you who are able, if you could type in some of your intentions for this eclipse. I'm going to read again from this website, The Spiritual Significance of a Lunar Eclipse on the Full Moon. Eclipses are harbingers of change. They usher in evolution. At a lunar eclipse, the shadow of the earth falls across the face of the moon, bringing unconscious feelings to the surface, grounding them in reality. Lunar eclipses are culminations of all emotional cycles that have run their course, and they encourage us to let go of emotions and attachments that are no longer serving us. The lunar eclipse will be an extremely powerful time for cleansing our emotional waters and setting intentions for renewal and rejuvenation in the coming months, because the energetic cycles of the lunar eclipse tend to extend through the period of the next 3 months after its event. Let's see here. One more paragraph. In a lunar eclipse, the sun momentarily blocks the illumination that creates a full moon, resetting the current emotional cycle and allowing the shadow to reveal what is hidden in our subconscious or keeping us blocked from seeing more clearly. The spiritual aspects of the moon represent our deep emotional tides, and so when the shadow passes over the moon, temporarily ceasing the illumination of our emotional being, there's an opportunity to reveal and transform our current emotional state. Right. So that is what's going on right now. So let's break it down as far as the tones. So Jehuti represents the full moon, and Jehuti is the cosmic mind, the divine intelligence, the divine intellect of creation, of Nepture. So we have Mercury, that's retrograde, and the full moon. So we're honoring both of those right now. And we have the eclipse as well. So I'm going to be chanting the names of the nectars involved in this. In fact, let me go ahead and add the sun, because the sun is in on this too. We want illumination. Just a little bit. Run into the microphones. Okay. So that's what's causing the shadow. So let's just add that in the mix. Just check one more thing. Check one more thing here. What is today? Today is May 15th. Yes. Just give me 1 minute. I'm making an adjustment here. Yeah, that's what I thought. May 15th, right? Yeah. Yeah, we're going to add the sun because the sun is also in Sidereal Taurus. So we've got a lot going on here. Oh, and anything else? Okay, cool. So we've added Ra, and we have Jehuti and Heteru and At. So those are the forces we're going to be working with tonight. And I'm going to go a little bit into their myth before I start the transmission because it's so pertinent, so relevant. So this myth involves Ra, Jehuti, and Heteru. And Ra sent Heteru to the earth to eliminate the unrighteous. She loved her job so much, she started to eliminate the righteous as well. So Ra sent Jehuti to the earth to bring her back to her divinity. So, like I said in the reading, in the eclipse times, it's time to, let go of our past, let go of our lower nature with the eclipse. It's going to bring on the shadow. It's going to be like an intense purification. And then when the shadow wears off, then the light reveals what is to, what you want to project or what is to come, or yourself after you've let go. So what I'm trying to say is at this is a time when someone has forgotten their divinity or they're blocked off from their divinity. This is a time when they can be brought back to their divinity because of the forces involved and the relationship that they have amongst themselves or amongst ourselves. So it's just another opportunity to master our lower nature and remember who we are. That's my intention all the time, enlightenment. This is also a time for writing out your intentions. Like I said, if you want to type in your intention, I can put it into the transmission. Okay. And so I'll be chanting their names during this. And I don't know what else is going to come through. But the global intention is that whatever ignorance or darkness has enveloped the earth, that during this time it is transformed and released. And trauma is released, not just like, I see a lot. Sometimes when I think of my trauma, I see like a layer of trauma. And recently it's been drawn to my attention that every cell has to release trauma. So I'm like directing the energy to every cell, not just my layer of trauma or the layer of trauma that has like covered the earth. But every cell is being released. That's my intention. Every cell of trauma that remains in my system. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and begin unless there's any questions. I forgive myself for all the times I abandoned my spirit. Ooh, Ashe, that is the big one right there. I forgive myself for all the times I abandoned my spirit in pursuit of love in unhealthy places. Ashe, and so it is. Oh, yes, that's really powerful. Another one of my favorite ones is every intention that I have ever written or wished I received that affirmation from Ahim Zola. Oh, okay. Wonderful. Zora. Ahime Zora. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Oh, Ahime Ora. Okay. I'll have to look that up. I'm going to write it down. Yeah, forgiving the self. Man, if we can do that, we can do a lot. Ahime Ora. All right. So if you want to chant along, you can chant along, call and response. I kind of flow freely during these sessions, but you can repeat after me or just chant the words. Dua is adoration, so thank you. And Nukpu means I am that. And the names are Ra, Jehuti, Ateru, Ma'at, and Aku. I'm going to start on this end. You are all.
Reciprocity. Shine your light on me. Shine your light on me. I open the way to illumination of the cosmic mind and manifestation. I open the way to my creativity. I open the way to forgiveness. I forgive myself for turning away from spirit. I forgive myself for forgetting my divinity. I forgive myself for listening to my ego. let go of blaming myself. I let go of my lower attachments. I let go of my attachments to the earthly realm, because they are transitory. They are not real. I open the way for my creation of enlightenment, enlightened lifestyle, enlightened being. As the shadow passes over me, I am purified by the light of the dawn of a new day. As the shadow washes over me, I am cleansed of negativity. I am cleansed of toxicity. I am awakened to my summer energy. To
messenger between heaven and hell. Face black as night and golden as the day. Oh, I'm the opener of the way. I am the goddess of the life force energy. Awaken the serpent power within me. Balance our chakras so we can see. Heal our eyes so we can see the gift in adversity. My heart is light as a feather. I release attachment. I release doubt. I release fear. I release what is heavy to my heart. I stand in my truth. I stand for truth. I speak the truth. The Puja Hoti. I am divine intellect, inner knowing. I am the cosmic mind. I illuminate your thoughts. I open your
As we give birth today. As the shadow washes over me, I am purified. As I release negativity within me, I am purified. As the shadow washes over me, I am purified. As I release negativity from within me, I am purified. As I let go of the past, I am enlightened. As I let go of my past, my life becomes light. As I let go of my attachments to the past, I obtain enlightenment. As I let go of my past, my heart becomes light. As the shadow washes over me, I am light. As the shadow washes over me, I am light. As the shadow washes over me, I'm in the light. As the shadow washes over me, I'm washed in light. As the shadow washes over me, I'm bathed in light. Let my shadow lead the way to a brighter day. Let my shadow lead the way to a brighter day. Let the shadow lead the way to the light of a new day. Let the shadow lead the way to the light of a new day. duty, open my consciousness, or to create a life of enlightenment. Time to let go of attachment. Time to let go of the pain of the past. Time to cleanse emotion. Time to cleanse feeling. Do I do? Do I do? Do my? Do I duty? Do I
That's probably the longest I've ever done that. 10:32. Okay, so we have moved into the time of the eclipse where the moon is hidden from our view. You can't see it. It's blocked by the sun, the shadow caused by the sun. Uja and Patrick, my spiritual brother who's always here to support and participate. So are there any other questions here? It was beautiful. Thank you. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. So I don't know where you are located if you're able to see the eclipse. Where I am here in Chicago, it's raining. If it's not raining, it's cloudy. Just woo. Yeah, so I'm not able to see it. But I've seen plenty of pictures and some videos, so I can imagine it. So let's just take a moment to either if you're at a place where you can go outside, just go outside and come back. I'll still be here. Or if you're not at a place where you can see it, let's just have I play the chimes, and I won't chant. Just see if we can visualize the shadow taking over. Right now I'm seeing all the things I want to leave behind. So I'm going to let go of. It's getting lighter and lighter. Light as a feather abroad. It's always time for tea time. Okay. It's raining here too. Can't see a thing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, everything happens for a reason. I guess we're just meant to be inside. I've had the opportunity to experience some pretty dramatic eclipses, so I can remember the excitement of seeing it, and because it really does turn blood red. It's pretty amazing. See it turn red. Right. So I'm just gonna take a few breaths and then I'm gonna keep going. This is like a marathon for me. I've never done anything like this through the whole eclipse. My legs are already really sore. Okay, so I'm just going to go into phase 2. Does anyone have any intentions or affirmations they want to type in? I get added to the session. I think I'm going to move on a little closer. My favorite affirmation is all the affirmations and intentions and desires and wishes and prayers that I've ever made are coming to pass. I learned that trick from a TikTok. I think it was a scene from a movie, an anime movie or something. I'm not sure. That's been my go-to. So let's see, we get you a nice view. Chimes. Anyway. Yes. There we go. See the most important ones. And remember, I've got the tones here for the eclipse. The full moon is in Sidereal Libra. The sun is in Sidereal Taurus. And Mercury retrograde is Sidereal Taurus. And then we have the tone for Anpu, the open river way. And let's see, some of you may have just tuned in. I guess I'll have a refresher on maybe we'll read another paragraph on the spiritual significance of the eclipse. Okay. Just misplaced my glasses. How did you do that? Oh, there they are. Okay. All right. So let's see, where are we? Here we go. Look, this is from exploredeeply.com. Lunar eclipses are viewed in astrology as being deeply transformative times that can bring abrupt and sudden change. While this is true, there is another side to eclipses that is important to remember. Eclipses are like the cosmic helping hand of the universe. Ooh. Imagine the energy of an eclipse like a universal hand that reaches down from the heavens and puts you where you need to be. This can be a time of leaving what is safe and comfortable in order to grow more fully into yourself. The good thing about eclipses is that generally you can trust the direction they are guiding you in. Eclipses bring about events that are part of the cosmic plan. These are important times for reflection upon your life, whom you need to forgive, or what you need to let go of and move on from. Eclipses are rare because they can only take place when the sun, earth, and the moon are aligned. They always happen in groups of 2 or 3. A lunar eclipse happens when the moon and the sun are on exact opposite sides of Earth. There are 4 to 7 eclipses every calendar year. Typically, there are 2 eclipse seasons. Year 2022 has 4 eclipses, 2 solar eclipses, and 2 lunar eclipses. The upcoming eclipse season began, the eclipse season began on April 30th with the partial solar eclipse. And then today we have the total lunar eclipse, the blood full moon eclipse. And the next eclipse will be a partial solar eclipse October 25th and the total lunar eclipse on November 8th. Embracing change and honoring life cycles. Let's play the chimes while we do this one. The energy of a full moon is always that of the cycle coming to a crescendo or completion of its influence and essence. You can't do both. Here we go. The full moon is an opportunity to let go of an aspect of your emotional experience that you have outgrown, and a time for anchoring in a new maturity or wisdom that was gained in the previous cycle. It is a perfect time for releasing something that no longer serves you. Let's take a moment to think about a cycle that is ending and the cycle that we want to begin and what we can let go of. This full moon in Sidereal Libra, meaning it's about justice. It's about justice and truth and balance, harmony, reciprocity. So I'd like to see more justice in the world. I'd like to see a cycle of justice beginning, and the cycle of oppression is ending. All right, the full moon is no longer serves you. Endings are necessary in order to make way for the new, and a lunar eclipse is like the final purge or cleansing of an emotional cycle. I would like to see the end of my trauma cycle. I would like to see the beginning of my life as a thriver, not a survivor. I went through the victim stage, the survivor stage. I'd like to see the beginning of the thriving stage. I'd like to see. Let's see. How much more of this? Every single full moon brings a chance to embrace changes, to let go and cultivate greater connection with the divine. I believe we can experience connection with the divine by simply being mindful and present to the cycles of nature, the seasons, and life all around us. By developing a spiritual practice that is founded in earth based wisdom and honoring the cycles of the moon and seasonal cycles of change and growth, we can live in greater peace and harmony in our daily lives. Let's see, here we go. This is good. The full moon is a time to release attachments or blocks and barriers to our worthiness and open ourselves to greater receiving and inspiration. The energy of a full moon is always that of a cycle coming to a height of its current resonance. Whatever you needed to let go of, whatever changes you needed to make, an eclipse on the full moon can help you release and let go and open to the new. All right, let's pause there and let's get back to the chimes. Let's see, 10:46. And remember the fact that we're in the Mercury retrograde, which is a portal opening, is just adding more energy to this experience, more Jehuti energy to this experience. So in this transmission, I'm playing all the chimes, but I'm just going to be focusing on the moon in sidereal Libra. Juti. Dua. Ma.
of our divine nature. Illumination of righteousness. Illumination of our divinity. Illumination of righteousness. The ending and the beginning. The ending and the beginning. One door is closing, another way is opening. One cycle is ending, a new cycle is beginning. Let go of attachment to what once was. Let it go. Leave it at the side of the road on your journey to enlightenment. Open your heart. Release and let go. Lighten the load of the soul on a journey home. Napujuti. The cosmic mind of creation. Napuma. The scales of mind. The halls of mind. directed by the cosmic mind of the divine. I'm on the path where I stand for I stand in my truth. And duty. Choose my words. Choose my thoughts. Cleanse my words. Cleanse my mind. Make my heart as light as a feather. Make me true of speech. My heart is light as a feather. I am true of speech.
Right. So it's now 11, and this is the time when I was supposed to begin. So I have to greet the people who might just be tuning in. Uja, Rasha, Amen. And to those of you just tuning in, I don't know if everyone was able to see my messages. Yes, we're letting go of all blockages. Yes. Those of you just tuning in, I had a Mercury retrograde experience when I had the time zone wrong and I had the time of the eclipse wrong. When you're looking at charts, you have to be careful. They have the UTC time, and the UTC time is universal time. And so a lot of people think the full moon and the eclipse is tomorrow, because in universal time it's on the 16th, but it's actually today. And I 11 is when the moon is fullest, and so that's when I was originally going to be on, and then I realized the eclipse starts before then, and I was going to try to be outside for the whole eclipse, but of course it's raining, so I've been inside. So for those of you just tuning in, we are here for the Cosmic Chanting and Chanting session for the full moon in sidereal Libra. Just hit the chimes. Full moon in sidereal Libra. And we also have Mercury retrograde in sidereal Taurus. And I've started having each session start with clearly the opener of the way. And then I added the sun, because the sun is also in sidereal Taurus. And the sun and the earth are lined up, and that's what causes the block of the light. Speaking of earth, let's add that tone. Let's get that one in here too. That'll give me a chance to stretch my legs. I can stand up. Okay, I made it. Okay, so I'm going to add the tone for the earth. And I will add it. I guess I'll add it next to the sun, since that's what's causing the shadow. Does that work? All right, so we are nearing the moment of the peak of the eclipse. So I added on another tone. Can't see them all, but some of them. Comments here. Yes, we're letting go of blockages, and you can write them on a piece of paper and burn them, or that's probably a really good way. The most important thing is to focus on what you want to replace it with, what you want to flow. Like, you're going to remove the block. What do you want to see happen once this block is removed? Like, visualize it. You may have heard me talking about revisioning. It's a technique I learned from the mermaid game, where if you don't like the outcome of a certain situation or the impact, you revision it and you visualize it ending the way you would have preferred. And since we're talking about the fabrics of the universe, time and space, reweaving it. Let's say there's a rip in the fabric of your universe, so we're mending it. Like sometimes when relationships end, there's no resolution. It's just, you're just left with two pieces. Well, you can revision it, how it would line up, how it would weave together. So let's focus on that during this phase of the transmission. Oh, I know what else, and I'll read a little bit in between. I've been reading from the spiritual significance of the lunar eclipse. Right? And you can go back and read the part that you missed from exploredeeply.com. I'll type the link in this here. Yes, the Mermaid Gang is really helping me a lot. Sammy Ingram, she's got really great energy, She studied with that guy Neville, who I don't know anything about really, but apparently Neville studied with an Ethiopian mystic, and he came up with this whole technique for manifesting. You know, they tell you to let go of your assumptions. Well, his technique is all about assumptions because you make assumptions about the life that you're wanting to create. So instead of saying affirmations or intentions, you live your life with the assumption of what it is you're hoping to manifest. And I've been working with it. It's been working for me pretty well. I had an experience where a package was delayed like 10 days because of the holiday. And when you would track it, it would just say it was, they didn't know where it was. It wasn't scanned. And instead of panicking, well, I panicked for like 7 days, 8 days. And then I said, you know what? I'm gonna panic. That package is waiting for me at my mailbox. Package is there. And when I called the mailbox place, it says, yes, I called, I had the idea on a Sunday and I called on Monday. And she said, yeah, I came in on a Saturday. I was like, there you go. So just gotta work it. It's all up in the mind. That's why we're focusing on Jehuti, cosmic mind. Okay, so I'm going to do a little reading from this and then we will get on to the next transmission. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the paragraph, the last one. The full moon is the time to release attachments or blocks and barriers to our worthiness and open ourselves to greater receiving and inspiration. The energy of a full moon is always that of a cycle coming to a height of its current resonance. Whatever you need to let go of, whatever changes you need to make, an eclipse on the full moon helps you to release and let go and open to the new. Doing a small personal ritual on the full moon lunar eclipse, like lighting a candle or writing an intention down on paper and burning it, can help you to engage the energies of release and usher in new changes. The energy of this lunar eclipse will last to the beginning of the new year. Oh, this is talking about the one at the end of 2021. The eclipses last like 3 months, basically. Change is constant. We talk about growth and change and letting go of the things that no longer serve us with hope. But the reality is, change is uncomfortable and can bring up a lot of fear of the unknown. We like things that are familiar and comfortable. Even our worst habits can be serving us in some way by keeping us small and comfortable. Real change requires us to be conscious of our emotions and feelings. We can step into a new way of being by honoring and recognizing ourselves and the natural rhythms of life. Trust whatever is unfolding in your life as natural to the cycles of transformation and change, and know that it is all for a higher purpose. Okay. So let's focus this session on global. So I added the earth, right? I don't know if I can reach it. It's so far away. Global. And remember, we're dealing with the moon in the sign of Ma'at, the sign of justice, balance, truth, order, harmony, righteousness, reciprocity, balance, truth, order, justice, harmony. Yeah. So let's focus on the planet being illuminated with the light of Ma'at. That reminds these people who are asleep are open, because we have Anpu here to open the way. And this is the situation we want to create with Ra as our cosmic force of creativity. So we worked a lot on things we want to let go of. Now we are focusing on, like they said, an ending of a cycle, the beginning of a new cycle. Let's visualize, like I talked about earlier, how we're working with the cell on a cellular level, releasing trauma at the cellular level. And we're thinking about this corporation called America, or the planet, Every single person is like a cell. So we're going to let these vibrations reach not only our individual cells to release trauma and let go of habits that we don't need and situations we want to see come to an end. I'm setting intentions for this corporation known as America, that the wickedness and evil will be washed away with this eclipse somehow, some way, in some even tiny way that is going to contribute. So when I introduce this tone for the earth in a day, this is represented by the force Tau Earth, who is also related to Taurus. So we've really got something going on here. This is great. Tuan Pu, Tuan Taru, Tuan Ma, Tuan Tuti, Tuan Ra, Napu, Anu, Napu, Ataru, See how this works. I open the way for releasing what no longer serves me. I am trauma free. I let go of the pain from the past. I let go of attachments to the past. I open the way for the light of a new day. the day of enlightenment, awareness, understanding for everyone in this land, everyone in the planet. Everyone is letting go of ignorance. Everyone is letting go of the ego. Everyone is letting go of colonization. Everyone is letting go of caucasity. Everyone is letting go of brutality. Duty opens our minds with the light of consciousness. Rise the light of creation and shines on everyone. The light of creation all over this land. Shining light vibration, infusing us with thought in order, bringing us together as one in harmony. We see the beauty in all things, even our past. We see the gift in the adversity of our past, of our ancestors' past. May the light of the moon, the light of the sun, and the shadow of the earth wash over us, wash over me, wash over you, wash over this nation and humanity. Bring us clarity and solutions to our problems. Answers to our questions. Bring my arms to this nation. May my arms erase the poison of the plantation. In the cycle of colonization, wash away the pain of enslavement. Dismantle the structures of privilege. Dismantle the structures of inhumanity. Open the way for sovereignty. Open the way for equanimity and liberty. Changing our mentality. Do unto, do a heteru, do a Djibouti. Do a do a tower. Nupuatu. Nakuma Nakujahuti Nakura Nakuta. Oh, Naku. Oh, Meteru. Oh, Oh, Djibouti. On tower. Oh, my dad. 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 Oh, my dad.
I am true of speed. 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 My art and duty, choose my word. My art and duty, choose my word. My art and duty, choose my word. Oh, my dear. Oh, my dear. Oh, my dear. Oh, my dear. My dear. My dear. My dear.
Right. Oh, great. Thank you so much. Rasha is drumming along with me. Yeah, that would be the next step, would be to have other people sitting in with me, accompanying me on their instruments. That hasn't happened yet. It almost happened today. I was going to have band practice and asked them if they would stay for this session, but of course, rehearsal got canceled. And the bass player wanted to watch the eclipse, and of course it rained. So, but someday it will happen. Oh, looks like some people are sending comments over here. I know I keep bumping into the microphone, so that's kind of like a drum beat. Let's see what we got here. Thank you for the roses and the hearts. Picasso. Okay. The good vibes are palpable. Palpable. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I hope the good vibes are not only palpable, but they are moving energy and bringing about change and transformation in our energy. There's a Kemetic proverb, and I don't have it memorized, but it's if you want your mood or your mental state to change your vibration. So sound healing is really good for changing your vibration. This form of sound healing is really wonderful because these are cosmic tones of nature, planetary frequencies based on Kepler's calculations, who we know studied with the ancient Kemetic sages and priests and priestesses. So these are the vibrations that the planets are vibrating with their movement, their size, relative size from where we're located, and their orbit around the Earth, around the sun, and then their orbit on the axis. So from information like that, astronomers are able to calculate their frequency. And what was his name? Not Kepler, Pythagoras. Yeah, Pythagoras is the one that came up with the music of the spheres. He knew that since the celestial bodies were spinning around and moving, they were making a sound. But he was sad because he didn't know what the sound was. They didn't have technology back then, but he knew what it was. And in its 1960s, a man named Cousteau, not related to the what do you call it, aquamarine specialist, another Cousteau, he figured out that if you divide the frequencies by 2 until they get into the human range, the audible range, then we'd be able to hear it. And that's when you started getting records called the music of the spheres, because for the first time in history, you could hear the planets. And then in 1990s, the founders of acutonics were acupuncturists, and they were astrologers, and some of their patients didn't like the needles, so they devised a system of tuning forks that are tuned to these same frequencies that the chimes are. And you strike them on a piece of rubber and put them on the body, and then the sound from the planets goes into the body. And then they came up with the chimes so that you could do group healings. They even have gongs like this big. You can't see how big I'm showing on TikTok, but like you've seen the big gongs. But they have them tuned to the planet, so you can go sit in front of the sun gong and just and someday I would like to have the whole collection. But I'd have to have a room big enough for them. But anyway, that is how this sound healing is working tonight. These are the chimes in alignment with the full moon in Sidereal Libra, Jehuti Ma'at. We have Mercury retrograde in Sidereal Taurus, and the sun is also in Sidereal Taurus. And I added the earth tone because it's the earth, the sun, and the moon that are causing this eclipse. And for those of you just tuning in, I apologize if you didn't get the announcement that I was going to start at 9:30 with the eclipse. I had the time zone, everything backwards. So I've started at 9:30. So we've been going at this for quite a while. And we're going to keep going until 12 or so, because that's when I believe it ends at like 11:54. So I'm going to do a little bit more. Thank you so much for the new viewers and followers. And I've been reading from the link that I have here on the screen, YouTube, the spiritual significance of the lunar eclipse from the website exploredeeply.com. So in between the chiming, I've been reading. In the Natarian tradition, gaining wisdom and knowledge is a form of prayer and devotion. So we have devotion with the music and the chanting, and meditation. You can be meditating on things you want to let go of and cycles you would like to see begin. And then we also have listening to the teachings. And then the fourth step, right action. That will be, what do you do after this session? How will your life change this eclipse? Is it just something on your calendar, or are you going to be open to the changes? And eclipses are sudden changes. They're not like gradual, like this. It's like, whoosh! And tomorrow when you wake up, there's something in your life is going to be different. Just be ready for whatever it is. I don't know what it is. It could be insignificant. It could be huge, but eclipses are no joke. Okay. We are here to learn something about ourselves as spiritual beings having a human experience. No longer is the old way of doing things a guarantee for success or happiness. It is essential to have a solid sense of yourself through your own inner knowing in order to experience purpose and fulfillment. Let's see, what do they have here? Oh, this is talking about the founder of the organization. Okay. All right. So let's just stick with that last paragraph. We are here to learn something about ourselves as spiritual beings having a human experience. No longer is the old way of doing things a guarantee for success or happiness. It is essential to have a solid sense of yourself through your own inner knowing in order to experience purpose and fulfillment. Well, that reminds me of another big celestial event going on, the Pluto return. The Pluto return, um, by the Western calendar, it started already. By the sidereal calendar, we're in the shadow of it, getting ready to start. And it's really significant for us here in this corporation known as America because it's the Pluto return of America that when we say Pluto return, we're talking to the Pluto return of America. Pluto is back to where it was when they started this corporation called a country. And it's had its, what, 200, what was it? 200? I guess it'll 250 years, let's just say. And now it's getting ready to crumble because it was founded in lies, deception, murder, rape, theft, enslavement, all kind of terrible things. And so during this Pluto return, it's going to crumble. It's all just going to fall apart, and we're seeing that with our own eyes. Um, and so on the third quarter moon is when I address the Pluto return and Pluto transits. So we're talking about the ending of cycles and the beginning of cycles. So my prayer, my intention, or my assumption for this season of this eclipse is to be what a blessing it is to be alive during this time and to witness the self-destruction of this system that is just not really good for humanity. Um, in personal life, um, I'm looking forward to walking away from that vibrational of trauma, and not just for myself personally, but for everyone in this country that's been affected by the enslavement of indigenous and Black indigenous peoples. Even the Europeans, the descendants of the colonizers, are also experiencing negative trauma from the experience. And we also have to remember, acknowledge that not all quote unquote white people are infected with caucasity. There's indigenous people of the north, we have indigenous people of the four directions. And in this time of the third shaking of the earth, when there's a spider web in the sky, these are from the Hopi prophecy. The people of the four directions are coming together in witness and consciousness and truth. And so that is, while the United States corporation is falling apart, the indigenous people of the four directions are coming together and becoming stronger. And so that is another impact I look forward to seeing as a result of this eclipse and all eclipses, looking for a sudden change, a sudden, changing the path that we're on, the trajectory that we're on. Um, some of the decisions that the leaders of this country are making are leading us in a direction that human beings don't want to go. Maybe clones want to go, or robots, or reptilians, or artificial intelligence type of people want to go in that direction. But I don't think the majority of us want to go. So somehow, the light workers and light beings, all the energy that we're putting out is going to help bring about these kind of major changes. So that is the intention for the last portion. Let me just go back to the beginning of the article for people who just got here. All right, let's see, because we're like right in the, we're heading out the eclipse right now. So again, this is a reading from the spiritual significance of lunar eclipse on the full moon. Eclipses are harbingers of change. They usher in evolution and revolution. At a lunar eclipse, the shadow of the earth falls across the face of the moon, bringing unconscious feelings to the surface, grounding them in reality. Like we have feelings of sovereignty. I learned the other day, I've stopped using the word freedom. The word freedom, well, because we live in a duality, the word freedom, if you look it up in the dictionary, in some dictionaries, it tells you to go back to slavery because freedom is the end of slavery. It's not what we think it is, like we're free. That type of freedom is sovereignty. We were free before slavery. So we don't need our freedom to be limited by the conditions of slavery. This language is so weird. Like I was thinking about, okay, so freedom and kingdom, there's got to be a connection. Like freedom is when you're free from the kingdom. But I'm talking about the type of liberty that existed before there was a kingdom. So those are the kind of changes that I've been making in the words that I say, the words that come out of my mouth. And like this feelings in the surface, feelings are coming to the surface. Like what was that movie where I'm mad as hell and I can't take it anymore? We need more people to voice those type of feelings. We need more social, what is it? Civilized, what's the word? Civil disturbance. I don't know what the word is, but we need more people to object. Not protest where we organize and march, but just stop paying taxes, stop going along with the system, stop voting, stop looking to the system for justice. We have to, find real justice in Ma'at. It's not in the justice system. Okay, that's enough of a lecture. I'm going to wind down this transmission here. I'm going to focus again on Ma'at and Jehuti, because that's what we really need. That's what this eclipse is about for this light being, is justice. Swift, efficient, eternal justice. We want Ma'at restored to this earth, and we will not accept anything less than Ma'at. Ma'at be restored to the earth. I have a chant for that, heck out for that. So I'm just gonna go with that. It's Om Ma'at Gib. May Ma'at be restored to the earth. Om Ma'at Gib. Om Ma'at Gib. Om Ma'at Oh, Lord, yeah. Oh, Lord, yeah. May unrighteousness be brought to the light. May all wrongdoers be brought to righteousness. May the evil and wicked be eliminated. May the wicked evildoers be brought before the scales of justice. May the people see the deception with their own eyes and seek God within. May the people see the injustice, see the injustice and deception, and see God within. May our actions and our words make our hearts as light as a feather. May the RU be cleansed and the minds of the people purified. May Ma'at be restored to this land. May Ma'at be restored in the hearts of the people. May this planet be cleansed by the feather of Ma'at. Feel the feather of Ma'at caressing you. Feel the feather of Ma'at cleansing your mind. Cleansing your thoughts. May the feather of Ma'at cleanse your mind. Your consciousness. Feel the feather of Ma'at cleansing your words, your speech. Feel the feather of Ma'at making you true of speech. Spiritually victorious over ego. May the feather of Ma'at cleanse your heart. Feel the feather of Ma'at open your hearts to truth. Feel the feather of Ma'at cleansing your heart's sacred chamber.
Feel the feather of my arm. Cleanse your actions. Make your actions in alignment with my arm. See the feather of my arm. Cleanse the leaders of this land. See the feather of my art, caressing the leaders of this land. May their purification be swift. May their purification be complete. May their minds be blown wide open. May the feather of my art purify the leaders of this land. We know this purification can be fatal to the ignorant. We know this purification of my art can be fatal to the ignorant, to the unrighteous. May this purification of my art be thorough and complete. Oh, God, again. Oh, God, again. Oh, God, again. Oh, God, Any more comments? Oh, Sunra stopped us from using the word freedom. Wow, I didn't know about that. It's the Don's dumb. Yes. Yeah, I've stopped using the word freedom. When they showed me this dictionary definition, it says see slavery. I was like, okay. If freedom is connected to slavery, then you can keep it. Because we're revisioning to the ending when our ancestors were enslaved. We're revisioning everything. We're assuming that it didn't happen. It's just like the Jews are so adamant that they were enslaved. The Hebrews were enslaved by the ancient Egyptians. And the ancient Egyptians, the people who wrote down everything, there's no record that it ever happened. So we're like, we're going to the whole other direction. All right. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Yes, civil disobedience. That's the word I was looking for. We need more civil disobedience. That's what we need. Just don't follow their laws. Their laws are not just. So why would we follow them? Followers of Ma'at cannot follow the legal justice system because they don't match up. Okay, so we're going to close out with the singing bowl, which is to ground us, bring us not bring us back to reality, take us to another reality. Another reality. That's another thing the mermaid game talks about is shifting reality. If you don't like the reality you're in, just go to another one. just you can just do it. I've been practicing and it really works. I have another example, somebody that's usually really mean and cranky to me when it happens. And sometimes he, brings me down to match his vibration. And I said, I'm not going there. I just responded with love and peace. And it was amazing. I said, I'm not going to that reality. I know there's a different reality where this is not even a problem. So that's the kind of thing you can work on with the eclipse. All right, so I'm going to ground this out and you can Om along with me. Wow. I don't know if you got that, but I was going on the outside of the bowl, and then all of a sudden I was inside. I've never played the inside of the bowl. Okay. All right. So a few announcements. The next event from Light Being Wellness Center and Asmataji Temple of Divine Light Healing and Sweet Sounds is Tuesday night, 7 to 10 p.m. Central Time. Is Mid-Spring Reggae Music Experience. We start the evening off with Comedic Dub, tradition of Sun Ra, and lots of improv bands. We have great dub music playing in the background with my band. And I think dub means drum and bass. I don't really know exactly what it means, but to me it means drum and bass. I think it means like the way you mix and do things with the sound, but to me it means drum and bass. And then over the dub music, I will be offering comedic chants, kind of like this, but it's actually more chants, not just not just invoking divinities, but chanting. And then we don't even take a break. Then we go right into the reggae music set. And the reggae music set includes original reggae, native reggae, celestial reggae, cosmic reggae, reggae jazz fusion, and comedic reggae, and comedic rock. So I don't know of any other experience like this on the planet at this time. I don't even know if it's ever, I've ever actually been anything quite like this before. So it's wonderful, and it's going to be outdoors. If it's not raining, if it's indoors, it'll be across the street, and you can tune in live stream or live. I've posted it, but you can find the information at tachia.com/mid-spring-reggae. And then later in the week, I believe it's Thursday. I don't have the calendar in front of me. I guess I can find it. Will be the Pluto transit, Pluto return session, where it's like a wailing or grieving. You just let out how you feel about all this stuff that's going on. You don't want to keep it in, and you also don't want to like be talking about it all the time. You just want to make all kind of weird sounds with the chimes. It's pretty cool. We did it. We've only done it once or twice, and it was really cool. People really like it. And then on the 21st will be the next Ancient African Adorations transmission. And this will be a day of Jehuti, where we'll be studying some of his teachings from the Book of Breathings. Synchronistically, this has been like the month of Jehuti because we had Mercury retrograde, which was Jehuti, then we have the full moon, eclipse Jehuti, and then the last transmission was when Jehuti brings Sekhmet back, which is about remembering our divinity. So this is actually the month of a month of Jehuti. It won't be like this all the time. And then the new moon transmission will be on May 30th. Yeah. So that's a lot. And Mercury is retrograde until June 6th. Okay? So if you have any other questions, comments, or suggestions, please reach out to me. I'm on TikTok, Pinterest, Etsy, Telegram, Twitter. I'm on Melanated People, but I have trouble with the Wi-Fi connection. I used to go live there, but the Wi-Fi wasn't working. I'm on LinkedIn and Alignable. I am not anywhere near Mark Zuckerberg. Not on WhatsApp, Instagram, or Facebook. My bass player asked me not to delete my accounts because there's so much valuable information there and people still find me, but I'm not posting there. I am getting more organized and efficient. So if I find a way to like one of those places where you just put it one place and it goes everywhere, I would be willing to do that, but I'm not willing to go to the platforms anymore. All right. One more thing, if you want to know more about the wisdom teachings that I just put into the chants, visit EgyptianYoga.com. You can study with Dr. Mwada Ashby, Seba Ma, Seba Ja, Dr. Karen Ashby, my spiritual preceptors. You can study at Kemet University, or you could study with me. I'm getting organized and getting my yoga class organized and the sound healing classes organized. Okay. Thanks again for staying all this time. Some of you have been here since the beginning. Do it for tuning in, and I will see you Tuesday at the Mid-Spring Reggae Music Experience. We are asking for a donation for that. There's a suggested donation, but you can name your price. So you just go to the website and you can decide, but we're not taking anything less than $1. Okay, and happy eclipse, happy super flower blood red moon power eclipse night. I'm wide awake now. I'm not going to be able to go to sleep. Hatep. Thank you for the hearts and all the love. Thank you, Brother Rashad, for being here to the end.